All right, this is for um, what was this called? Step 2 through 4 for the wind tunnel for dynamics. So I'm just gonna go over my calculations really quick. So I went ahead and I took the average. Well, I'll start here actually. So I measured the radius of the tunnel. Radius is the same on both ends of the tunnel, so this is constant. The cross sectional area therefore stays the same. It's just uh, pi times the radius squared will give me the area of the cross section. And then the two velocities here, I just measured the average. Tons of different spots. I did like 9 or 10 spots, just mirrored on both ends of the tunnel. Measured the velocity. So I got those here. Obviously, it's expected that the in velocity is going to be slightly higher than the exit velocity. So as far as the equation, so I used this equation here. So this is the mass flow rate equation. Basically, it says the mass equals the density times the cross sectional area times velocity times the time. So I was just looking for a rate of I'm losing X amount of mass, X amount of time. So I went ahead and just divided over the time, which basically gives you mass over time equals density area velocity. And then I just plug these in. So for the mass per second in is 1.36 kilograms per second. Same thing with the out, 1.05 kilograms per second. Pretty easy to subtract those two. So I'm basically losing 0.31 kilograms of air per second in my wind tunnel. So that's how I did the calculations. Pretty straightforward. Got the wind tunnel right here. One thing I do want to mention is as far as the discussions go, it looks like everyone pretty much came up with the same conclusions. There were some confusion about measuring the velocity, because if I've measured the velocity right here, it actually gives you a lower velocity than the exit. So I ended up just having to measure the velocity just directly in front like this. And that ended up giving me what I assumed is a more accurate velocity, because it was higher than the end of the tube. So I know some people had some confusion because their velocity going into the tunnel was higher than going out. So yeah, other than that, like I said, I think everyone pretty much had the same conclusion, at least in my group and the other group that I checked and posted on their discussion. So thanks.